Hi guys, thank you for popping in. Today it is 8/8/22. Wow, this summer is going really fast. Are you staying hydrated? Yeah, it's been hot in my area, and I think it's been hot all over the country. I'm working on trying to get my water in. It has been just too hot to even walk around the yard the past few days. The grass is just literally crunchy underneath your feet when you're walking. Our grass in our yard is just devastated. It is brown, dry. There's nothing there anymore. I don't think we've cut, me personally. I know I haven't, but my son-in-law has not cut grass in quite a few weeks. That's how dry it's been. Hey, if you're just joining me, this is Monday night Twisting Wire with friends. My name is Carol, artist of Onlytrees, and I thought I'd pop on and do a live and do some twisting with you. So if you happen to have your wire close by, no matter what you're working on, or if you have not picked up wire in quite a while, go get it. I'll wait for you. Yep, I said I'll wait for you. But while you're going to go get your wire and your tools and sit and twist with me for a while, don't forget to get your water bottle, fill it up with some ice, and have it sitting right next to you so you can sip on that a little bit while you are twisting. The other thing is flies. They are driving me crazy the past few days. It's like it's even too hot outside for the flies. How are they getting in here? Okay, if you know, put it in the comments. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. But yeah, the flies have been crazy too. I think I killed 8 of them today. Yes, I have my fly swatter right down here that's easy to reach so I can smack at them. All right. So, yesterday was Sunday and it was a fun day for me. I did a lot of prepping on Friday and Saturday. So Sunday, after being inspired by Sandra's post on our Facebook page, I had to go and look. Hi Bella, how are you? I'm at a craft table with my wire tree and drink. All right, yes. Stay hydrated. I was inspired to find out more about this braid that she used for her palm tree. So I did find it and I did watch it. And then, like a few hours later, another friend popped on and said, "What kind? Help me figure this out." So I said, "I think I know what it is," and I sent her the link also. So thank you, Sandra, for that inspiration. Yesterday I decided I was going to figure that out, but I didn't have the board. So while I was figuring it out, I thought, I'll use my phone, record some of this, what I'm doing, and then edit it and put a video together. So if you had the chance to see that, I can't pronounce it. I'm not good with odd names, and there are a lot of words that I have a hard time pronouncing to begin with. But here goes my rendition of the word. Kahomamino braid. And that's what this is, if you can see it. Now, I had a total of 36 inches of 22 gauge wire, and I used 4 strands for each wrap. If you're looking or go to look at that video, it gave me about 9 inches, but it was a lot longer. I mean, it made a nice length, but I pushed everything down, and that's how I got this effect. So now I'm at the point where I am working on the fronds, and I am doing a completely different effect on the fronds. So I thought, well, it's Monday night and we're twisting wire with friends, so I will show you how I'm working this. It's not a new technique or anything. I've used this technique on a few other. There she is. Sandra, how are you? I hope you're doing well. What an inspiration you have been to so many of us wire twisters. Big shout out to you, to that palm tree that you did. I really enjoyed playing with that, and I'm sure you saw me. But yeah, this is hi Sharon, how are you? I hope you're doing well, staying cool. And Cheryl is here too. Hi guys, I'm so excited. It's like, you guys are an inspiration to me to be here and support me while I'm sitting in this chair just talking to my iPad. It's nice to know that there are you guys out there and hanging in there with me. So I haven't gotten any twisting done since I've been on since 8:15, or almost 15 minutes in. I haven't talked to anybody, so you guys are my first to talk to today, so at this hour of the evening, so I could become a chatterbox. All right, I'm working on the fronds, and I'm doing a different, not a different technique for me. I've used the technique. Do you have the radio playing, or is there some man talk? Yes, I'm sorry. Can you hear that? I have, let me turn that down. Does he sound sexy? Let me see. I can turn that down. I have my TV. I watch the Discovery Channel. And I've been binge watching Alone, the Frozen one, or the one where they're all in. Does anybody else watch Discovery? So anyway, sorry about that. I hope I cleared that up. You don't hear the air conditioning is going on. All right. Where was I? Okay, I was sharing with you that this is not a new technique at all. It is one that I have used before for the fronds. I wanted to try something different. I am working on my loops. You know, I'm all about loops. I feel like there are so many things that I can do with these. So again, I have the teal and the regular green and the peridot, and I'm using 3 sets. Okay, so I'm taking my 3 sets and I want to match them up. Okay, first set, and my wires are pretty short on this end. I just want to double check, which I usually do. Just double check which ends are just a little bit longer than the others, and this set on this side of my loops is a little bit longer, so I'm going to go back and match them up again. And I'm going to take, yeah, there they are. I'm going to take my pliers and just get them started, twist them nice and tight all the way to the end. So yeah, I was so excited to try this concept for the palm tree because there were other photos that I have seen, and I just couldn't figure out where to find that braid. And when Sandra had done that braid and then was nice enough to share it with all of us on the Facebook page, it's like, and then she shared with us what the name of it is, that K.O. braid, Kohimo braid. I had to find it and figure it out. All right, so I have this end done, but now I definitely want to match all of them up. So I'm going right into that space, and it's about 4.5 turns, maybe 5, but getting it nice and tight in there, each space. So I have a total of 9, no wait, 3, oh my God. So 6, 12, 18 feet of wire in combo for all of these sets of loops. Okay, so another set is done, matching these loops up. Now this is a lot of wire, but you can see that I'm setting them up, getting in there, and I'm twisting. So that was 4. So it's about 5 half turns to get it nice and tight in there. Now you can use a 24 gauge on this or the 22 gauge. It just happens that I have a lot of 22 gauge. That's normally what I work with. So if you do the 24, you would just do the 24 gauge, you would just do the same concept. So I'm leaving the last of these wires loose, and I'm going to split them. Okay, so these are split, and now I'm going in. I've got a few more branches here that I want to work on. I'm going to get into that V. Now on this tree, I've also found, I had mentioned that I used a 24-inch length on the 22 gauge when I was working on this braid. It's too much. I can save a lot more wire the next time I do that. Okay, so I'm taking the V, or taking these extensions that are here. Hi Kay, how are you? I hope you're doing well, staying busy. All right, so I'm in the V. Okay, and I'm going to take this, which is the V in the frond that I made, and getting right into that V. Sorry, I can't hold it. I can't hold it. I can't hold it up and twist. So I'm putting it down on my lap for a quick twist. Just make sure that you're twisting it nice and tight, because these little pieces of green that I put into the V are really short. So just make sure that they're nice and tight. And after the fact, while I was creating this, there is a big possibility that I might lose a frond or two, because these wires are so short. Keep your fingers crossed for me. You don't want to lose any wire. All right, so I have that. I have it twisted where that V was, so half of my wire is here and the other half is there. I'm going in with my pliers and giving it another extra twist or two, just to make sure that it's locked in place. And then I'm going to cut them off. So what have you been working on? I hope that if you're working on anything and you want to show the process, that you might put that photo or that process onto the Facebook page. Yeah, like I said, it has been so hot outside. Just to go for a walk and the grass is crunchy underneath our feet, and the plants, you know, they're suffering, not being able to wire, and high fire caution out there. No fire pits lately. Don't even want to take that chance. You just never know when the wind is going to pick up. I mean, we had a storm come through yesterday. It only lasted like 20 minutes. Not enough to soak anything up. It just runs right off into the street. Doesn't help the grass at all. All right. So this is what I got. All of this wire. Now what I want to do is take these loops and angle them all into the same direction. I finally learned this loop just last week. I made a wire tree, but found out real quick that my trunk wasn't, oh my goodness. My wire tree, but found out real quick that the trunk wasn't thick enough. I'm like, where did it go? I'm pushing the iPad here, and there it is. Any ideas? That was from Bella. So she realized that the trunk was not thick enough. Yeah, if your trunk isn't thick enough, you definitely either want to double up, especially if you want the fullness on the crown of the tree. My tree was wobbly. Yes, well, they are wobbly, but it's more wire at the base, or possibly not enough wire in the root system. If you don't give yourself, say if you're creating a tree about 8 inches tall, 1/3 of the amount of wire should be for your root system. 1/3 should be for your trunk and your branches, and the other third should be for the crown of the tree. So a lot of times when I'm doing that, I want to make sure that I have enough wire for my root system, because you can always take the thickness of your root system and bunch it up, intertwine it underneath, and the more wire you have in that particular small area for your trunk system will give you, for your root system will give you more stability for the trunk and the branches, especially if you're doing a wide crown on the tree. So maybe that'll help, Bella. I always think in thirds. Whatever is below should be above. That's it. My roots are small. So undo some of the trunk. No, don't do that unless you want to. There's no wrong way, but let me throw out, and you guys, you're on here, you can throw out some suggestions too, because I know that you're seeing the messages even better than I am, because they come and go so fast. But my thought is, if you have more of that same gauge wire, just add to your root system. Like, you can blend it in. If you have any loose wire, strands of wire that you didn't twist, you could either untwist some of that, take 3 or 4 pieces of wire and get it into the V, that straight wire, put it into the V and twist each side to strengthen up your root system. That way you're not taking away from the trunk or the height that you're working with. So yeah, so it's probably the trunk. Just add some more wire to it. See if that helps. I hope. Let us know. All right. Oh, okay, thanks, Bella says. Good. I hope that helps. All right. So I am in the process of taking all of my loops, and I want them to all go in one direction. And with all of this wire on here, if you happen to do this concept, you'll find that um, if you have matched up your loops, they should pretty much fall into place. And I'm trying to make this area thick. And putting this much wire on And the other thing that I have to keep in mind is to make sure that my loops that I have created are nice and tight, because I will be cutting these loops. All right. So yeah, let's see, what else can I tell you? So what else did I do this week? Anything exciting? I've got a couple custom orders that came in. I'm kind of excited about that. I love working with someone who's looking for something special. So it happens that I will be doing a combination of a white dogwood and a willow tree on the same base for one customer. And I gotta ask, has anybody made a Joshua tree? And if you have, and you don't mind sharing, I would love to see it on our Facebook page. I was asked to do a Joshua tree, and I really have some cool ideas, but I would love to see what kind of creations you guys would do. So this Joshua tree will be simple. And I'm thinking about doing it in antique copper, and then the greens for the tops of the tree. So we'll see what happens on that end. So I've got 1, 2, 3 more to go here. So Kay, if you're on here, are you working on, so if you were going to do a Judas tree, the Judas tree, how would you, oh, Sandra sent me something, okay. So if you were going to do a Judas tree, how would you do the flowers on the trunk? I have had those pictures in my inspiration library for a little while. You know, I like to Google images of trees, and when you pop that one up, Sandra, on the Facebook page, was that yesterday already? Yeah, yesterday. Yes. How would I? I would have to make my flowers and incorporate those flowers in with the trunk and the branches at the same time. But if you look at the images of the Judas tree, I don't know if that one is real or if it was Photoshop. I'm trying to think of it. Photoshop or Photoshop. The one where all of the flowers go up the trunk and out the branch. It looks like the whole tree is purple. Do you think that that was realistic, or somebody Help me out, guys. What is it? Photoshop? Photoshop, I think is what it is. So yeah, that's why I put that that picture on that post, because it's like, that is really cool, but is it realistic? Shop. Thank you, Bella. is what is? Do you think that that is a realistic tree? So, anyway, I think I would have my flowers made, and I was thinking, I haven't done it yet. You know, this is all thought process. But I would probably use a 24 gauge, even a 26, because they look kind of spiky, um, little pink flowers. And I would probably do loops and then cut them, but I wouldn't cut them until after I have them in the trunk. That's my thought. But like I said, um, we'll see. Winter's coming, and I know I'll be looking for some new ideas to try, just like this one. I went and looked for the ones to see if you can buy them, and yes, oh, to see if you can buy them, and yes, you can. The red bud, mostly European countries. Yes, I saw that too on Google. Is the the eastern red bud, but it's got to be a family of the red bud, because we have red buds here, and I've never seen anything like that. But yeah, it's a cool tree. It's a cool tree. All right, so here I am. I'm still working on this, and okay, everybody, stop what you're doing and take a drink. I'm, I'm hot. Mm, okay, everybody back to work. Okay. And twisting all of these wires together. So what are you working on? What are you working on? And maybe you haven't, but maybe something you'd like to be working on, but other things are going on right now and you can't. Or maybe you have something in the process and you're thinking about working on a tree, or anything out of wire. What are you guys working on? Alright. So I have these loose. I'm gonna tighten up this end. Pliers. I like to get that nice and tight. All right, matched up, and then I'm going to split these. I'm working on a lapis Lazuli rooted vine inspired by Singswood art. Very pretty. Cool. So Bella is working on a lapis lazuli rooted vine inspired by Singswood art. It's very pretty. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Bella. And if you have the opportunity and you're on Facebook, look for us. We are a page called Twisting Wire with Friends, and share some of your work with us. Love to have you on board. All right, I've got my V in there, and I'm getting to the V here on my palm, and it's sitting on my lap, and these wires are really short. You know what? I think because these wires are really short, I'm gonna try something. I don't want to lose this frond because it's at the top of the tree. It would be like going for a ride and seeing all those palm trees, and then there's this one palm. I've never been on Facebook, but it sounds like a nice group. We are, but you're here, and that's all that counts. But we are a nice, I think we are a nice group. All right, I am just getting back at it. This is Kay. Got an order of wire. Fall trees is the plan. All right, you go, girl. You got it. You got it. Fall trees. 'Tis the season to be thinking about fall colored trees, that's for sure. I got sidetracked. I have some flowers, or nuts. I have some leaves to be doing a fall tree, but I got sidetracked. See what happens. See what happens. All right. I am looking at what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I just want to concentrate on this. I think what I am going to do with this particular frond, because the wires are so short, I am going to take, because this wire is thin, this is Cheryl. I am also working on a wire wrap jewelry samples for classes I'm teaching in September, making some tree variations on cabochons. Whoa, Cheryl, that is so cool. That's fantastic. We are just all so busy. Isn't that great? We love what we do, don't we? We absolutely love what we do. All right. So I'm going to just secure for myself, because this wire is nice and thin. I don't think that you're going to be able to see it. Of course, you guys know, anybody who watches this will know, but I'm going to take this wire and wrap it completely into, because I just don't want to lose. The other ones should be okay, but just for the extra insurance, I'm just taking one of my long strands that was in that V, and just wrapping that in all the way. That should hold everything in place. And then everything else I'm going to cut off. This is a shame. I will definitely figure out what to do with this extra wire. But it will definitely go into my play wire to practice what I'm doing, so it will be recycled into something else. When I do the recycling of my wire, if it's less than 3 inches, I put it into my recycle bucket. But if it's long like this, then I put it into my recycle tubes, which I think I showed you a while back. And now I have my loops. I feel better about this frond. And now getting all of my loops to go in the same direction. So I did get a wisteria tree done today in blue and lavender, and that turned out really nice. Tomorrow my plan is working on some white dogwoods, which I have here. And it's just the dogwood flowers that I'll be working on. You want to see any of that while I mean, they're practically almost done, but I have them here, right here by me. Ooh. All right. There we go. So 2 more. All right. 2 more. I have just enough wire to do this. So my count on the loops then is I usually make 50 loops per bag. And this is all I have left. So I've got a couple here, so not quite 50 sets of my green loops for this palm tree. So Cheryl, I didn't know that you taught wire. Do you do YouTube? The jewelry creativity that I have seen, I am just in so much appreciation of the tedious wire, pliers, cutters, to wrap cabochons, to make it look like it just fits in there perfectly. I made wire tree necklaces, and I'm, I have to stick with the larger trees because I can't get it. I do enjoy the sun catchers with the rings. I've done a few of those. I've enjoyed those. So making them, taking a break from my normal trees and to create those are fun to make. Um, all right. And here. And matching them all up. Just a recap, each one of these loops that I create, and I know that you guys know this, but it's 24 inch strands of the greens. I have 3 strands: peridot, green, teal, making the loops. So there's 6 feet of wire in here. I have 3 of these put together. So a lot of wire. I can't, this is crazy. 6 times 3, 18. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, you guys are gonna think I was never good at math. Sorry. There you go. I am not good at math. Busted. It's a memory thing, I think. All right. So I have my, Bella says, I make wire spiders, bugs, scorpions, and scorpions too. Just something for the kids at craft shows. I like variety. Oh, absolutely. So cool. So, what gauge wire do you use when you create your spiders and bugs and scorpions? And is it like permanent color, or is it just copper, or is I'd love to hear more about it. That's cool. All right, I'm in that V. I put my knee up. All right, I'm in, and twisting these. I think I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last frond, and that is to secure it with one of these wires that is here. So you can see how small that is, and it's at the top of my tree. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So you're going for a ride, and it's like you went past a palm tree that was in a storm and it's lost a frond. It's not any big deal. Bella uses a 20 gauge soft. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so that's normal, and there are some artists that I've seen when they create their trees, they create um, wire trees that look like they were felt. Um, I thought that was kind of cool. Also, I mean, just the imagination there, and there was one artist. I'm not good with names. They're all on Facebook. There are a lot of wire artists on Facebook. I have some items in local artist co-op and asked me to teach some classes. I taught classes on the Tree of Life Sun Catchers. It was in February at the women's retreat. There were 43 in that class. These classes will be limited to, there were 43 in that class. These classes will be limited to 6 to 8 students. When I would teach, I would do no more than 8 people, because you want to give them the individual time, and everybody learns at different sets. Some people pick up quick, and other people need that little bit more encouragement, knowing that they're going to be fine going through it. And just the idea of taking the time, a little bit of extra time for that one person who has come to your class and wants to learn. So yeah, limit it. So Cheryl, 43 people you had in one of those classes? God bless you. Oh, wow. But that's awesome that you're taking the time to teach others who are interested. That, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's like we all have so much going on, and we all kind of want to learn something, but everybody wants, a full price, make a lot of money with it. When I decided to teach, it was like, I want to be so fair, just like, I don't know. Anyway, awesome teaching. That's fantastic. Love it. All right. I did secure this. I don't want to lose my top frond, and I apologize that you're not seeing a whole lot of what I'm doing. It's more of a me just chatting tonight, but it's getting hot. It's not. All right, and then I have this one here. Okay. All right. The other thing that I am doing is, because I did cut off, can you see that? Yeah. So I cut off the ends there. When I'm shaping this, I want to make sure because you don't see it. I mean, it's all underneath the frond, but I do like to take time and get all of that shaped in there. So that's kind of what it looks like before I shape it. And then I know that it's done because I get sidetracked. As you guys, I'm sure that you're learning about me. I get sidetracked pretty easily. So, all right, and now I am going to shape. Bringing my loops down and those are my minions. My phone is going off. And okay. All right, and there we are. I have some local art, okay, and taught class. I had 6 helpers who I taught before the retreat, so they were able to circulate out and help. Good idea. Good idea. Yes, I wish I would have a few people in this area, but still, I think I would just keep my classes small. That was a lot of people to teach at one time, but kudos to you for getting out there and doing it. Okay, guys, another quick drink. I want to say thank you for popping in with me today and sitting here and twisting wire, staying hydrated. You guys are awesome. You are my inspiration to continue to do this. I hope that you are busy twisting, staying cool, staying hydrated. Enjoy what you're doing. Again, thank you for being here, and we'll see what we come up with. Like next week, all your inspiration. If you have a chance, throw some pictures on what you're doing, and we'll go from there. Until then, I hope you guys have an awesome evening, the rest of your evening, and we'll talk soon. I am so hot. Thank you, Bella. You too. You're welcome. All right. Thanks. Always fun listening to you, Sharon says. Oh, you're a sweetheart. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Find that X. Later.